I tried carnivore for 30 days and I measured my ketones, my blood sugar, my waistline, my body fat percentage, my muscle mass. So what happened? What did I learn? Eating only meat every single meal. Why do people do that? We've heard so much bad about meat, like it's not good for the planet, not good for your body, it will cloud in your blood, it will give cancer, yada yada. So newer studies over the last years are telling us something completely different. So there is a shift now. There was actually just a few weeks ago, you could see that more people are actually Googling for carnivore than vegan, which is astounding. I almost don't hear anybody here in Sweden talking about carnivore. So this whole movement kind of began with people wanting to heal certain disorders, autoimmune diseases. The concept of carnivore really became popular after talks from Michaela Peterson and Jordan Peterson. They have remarkable stories healing depression, a lot of autoimmune disorders. Just do a Google on them, you'll see. It's really astounding information. Plants don't have the ability to run away. Because they're standing there and they don't want to be eaten, they have developed toxins to protect themselves. And there are a lot of different types of toxins like oxalates, lectins. These toxins have a different effects on everybody, but especially if you have a leaky gut, you could be highly sensitive to these. And you're getting into this evil spiral. So what happened for me is that I like to eat healthy. And I went to this buffet place at work every day. I went to the gym first and then I went to this place. And I ate as healthy as I could because I want to be healthy. So I took this huge plate and I loaded it up, filled with all of these great, nice vegetables, colorful, beautiful, and just a little bit of meat on top. Because then I knew I could have a lot of micronutrients, a lot of volume, and not so many calories. Calories are bad, right? Just a little meat, because that was healthy. But what I did, I was having a lot of oxalates. I was having a lot of FODMAPs, a lot of vegetables that were hard to digest. And remember that all of these carbs are not food for your body, but for the microbes and the fungus inside of your system. So by having these huge volumes, I was just filling up my stomach. And I was just feeling, wow, I just filled up my stomach. I feel really full, but I haven't had so many calories. I was feeling that was a good thing. But what was happening is that I had stuff fermenting, reaching my small intestine. And that in the end gave me SIBO, because I was feeding off the wrong population and I was starving myself. One of the things that oxalates do is binding minerals. And that means that you get actually less nutrients out in your body, which is like really crazy. I'm eating all of these healthy things. Almond milk, spinach smoothies. It's just filled with oxalates and it's actually making you more sick. So are we meant to eat plants or meat? Both. Clear evidence is that we are designed for both. We're omnivores. You can see it on our teeth, our jaws, they go both sideways for the plants, grinding plants, and up and down for the meat. We have a gallbladder to break down fats, and pure herbivores don't have that. So all of the plants, they absorb sunlight, minerals, everything from the ground, a lot of nutrients. Now, we aren't designed to really break these down like the ruminants are. Ruminants, they eat grass, they eat a lot of different plants, and they really grind this down. You see the cows, they're chewing on the side. It goes through all of these systems, which requires a lot of processing to take up all of these nutrients. Then those nutrients, they end up in the animal. Then we eat the animal and we get all of those nutrients already converted for us. It's really important that we do get animals that have been having a good life, they haven't stressed, and they've been eating what they're supposed to be eating. They're not grain fed, they're not stressed. Otherwise we don't get these important nutrients. All right, so why did I want to try this personally? So I had a lot of bloating. I'm going to show you some pictures where I'm actually not very big, but I am super bloated. So why did I want to try this? I had so many issues with my stomach and I didn't find anything that helped. Keto helped for a while and then I got issues again. Probably because I had too many vegetables, because I thought they were healthy. So I came to Carnivore as a last resort because I had so many stomach issues, so much bloating going on, and I just felt tired, and my hair mineral analysis showed that I had very little minerals in my body. So just 2 days into the process, all my bloating just completely disappeared. Look at these pictures of me before and after. I mean, the difference is insane. It looks like I've lost like 10 kilos. Obviously I didn't. This is just the bloating. And what happened is the first and second day I just peed a lot and I lost a lot of water. So what happens is when you go into a ketogenic diet is that you shed a lot of water because the carbs are binding the water to your muscles. So that will happen. So let's have a look at these measurements here. So let's look at how my weight changed over these 30 days. So after just a couple of days, you see my weight is dropping a lot. This is all the water that I'm peeing out. So this is just water weight. And then slowly I'm gaining it back. I don't know what I'm gaining back because I don't think that I'm binding water again, but I'm back up again. And then you can see I'm slowly but surely losing weight. The question is this muscle or is it, what is it? So down 2.1 kilos, really good. So let's have a look at the body fat. So you can see that this is steadily going down. Now it's pretty spread. There are some really low points during this graph. It's important, I'm using this scale that you send an electrical impulse through your body to measure. This is not super accurate, but it's kind of good to measure a trend. 1.3%, pretty good. Now if we look at my muscle mass, it's been going up almost a full percent, and I could really tell. I felt so much stronger in the gym. It really is a clear difference. It feels like my muscles are more rested and that I have more power to give. Now, what I thought was really interesting was to look at the waistline. So have a look at this. This is crazy. I lost 6 centimeters. That's almost 2 inches of my waist in 30 days. And I didn't change anything. And I didn't feel hungry once. I ate as much as I possibly could. I just saw my waist going down. So what's really happening here is a body recomposition. You see my muscle mass is going up, my body fat is going down, and my waist is going down. Really cool. Let's have a look at my blood markers. So the blood glucose has not moved much at all. So these are not centimeters, of course, these are millimole, but the app did not have that as an option, so it became centimeters. You can see here that my blood sugar has been really stable. It's been between 4 and 4.7 every single day, and this is exactly what you want. You don't want to have a blood glucose that's going up and down, because that's an indication that you have a lot of insulin going up and down as well. This is perfect. And finally, let's have a look at the ketones. Again, this is not in centimeters, this is in millimoles. So, the definition of being in ketosis is being above 0.5. And you can see that I'm clearly in ketosis every single day, even though I'm eating a lot of protein. And I haven't really tried to squeeze in as much fat as I can. It's just eating was on the plate. Basically, I've been up at about 1.5 as the top, and at the lowest I've been at 0.5. Cool. So I was really happy about the results. And to be honest, these don't really matter as much as the feeling that I had. All that bloating was gone. I felt much lighter, much more stable energy, not as moody. I felt like a rock all the time. Now, a lot of people are talking about this amazing mental clarity that they get also on the ketogenic diet. To be honest, I didn't really feel that. I felt good, but I didn't feel an enormous cognitive difference than before. I really did enjoy this diet a lot, and I will probably do more of it. If you're wondering what to eat on the diet, there are many variations of the diet. Some people just eat beef and water. Beef is actually expensive in Sweden, but there is a lot of pork, and there is, you can get lamb. Just find a farmer that is close to you and order a quarter of an animal. So I have another video about grass-fed meat in Sweden. Please have a look on where I source my meat, for example. I had all kind of animal food. Fish, shellfish, beef, and I included spice. There are no specific spice that I know that I have issues with, and I felt as long as it isn't whole vegetables that are fermenting in my stomach, I should be fine. And it would make it a lot more fun to eat. Basically, a day of carnivore for me was every morning I had my scrambled eggs with bacon. Oh my God, I love this, so good. I made a video on how I do it. It's really simple. Please check it out. And some days when I woke up, I actually wasn't hungry at all. And if I felt that, I still make scrambled eggs with bacon. I just bring it in a container to work. I would have that for lunch or whenever I became hungry. Lunch or dinner, I would probably have some kind of stew. Like I have a big slow cooker. It's so easy, it's so good. You just toss in whatever meat you have, add a little bit of water, some stock, spice, whatever you like. Just leave it there for 6 hours and you have a really good stew. And this you could have for days. And another thing that I really recommend, if you like eating steaks or fish, get yourself a sous vide. It doesn't have to be expensive. I got a cheap one for 600 crowns, and Ziploc bags. You don't need a vacuum sealer, you don't need vacuum bags. And just put it in a pot, let it circulate. Excellent steaks every time. Why didn't I do this earlier? So I have a lot of steaks, I have roasts, I make hamburgers, even minced meat. I just like eating minced meat as it is. Maybe a yolk on it. Salmon, and I like to put a little bit of wasabi on it. It's really good. Snacking, I didn't do any snacking because basically after about a week, all my cravings for snacks just disappeared. So I just didn't want it. All right, that's it for this time. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you want to see what I put up next. Thank you for watching. See you next time.